Hersheypark is permanently closing their Sky Ride. I wish I could say I was surprised, but I'm really not. Just recently I did a video on parks getting rid of these wonderful Sky Rides. I'm going to talk about that, as well as talk about some attractions that I could see Hersheypark potentially retiring in the very near future. Every year I do a prediction video for Hersheypark's future. What's going on, everyone? My name is Rich. This is Theme Park Motivation, and as always, I'm so glad you could join me. I have a lot to talk about with Hersheypark. Be sure to stay tuned till the end as I reveal the one attraction that I feel Hersheypark could get rid of very soon. So let's just dive right into it. With the Sky View being removed, obviously there's nothing that's really going to replace this ride. As somebody who's followed Hersheypark for years, I can tell you one thing about Hersheypark that a lot of people don't understand. Hersheypark is one of those parks that copycats other parks, but in a good way. They love to see what other parks are doing and try and implement that the best way they know how to. Some great examples of this would be other parks getting hyper coasters, so naturally Hersheypark had to get themselves a B&M hyper in Candemonium. Now they already had Sky Rush, but it's not quite the same experience. And obviously with Hersheypark getting Wildcats Revenge, they saw other parks getting some RMC coasters, and they figured, why not, let's give it a shot, our guests really want one. About 2 years ago I mentioned that I could see Hersheypark getting an S&S Scream and Swing, and of course they're getting one for the 2025 season. I think Hersheypark just wants to keep putting a band-aid on Tidal Force and kind of weigh their options. Right now Mock Rides makes these Power Splash coasters, and I'm not sure if that's the direction that Hersheypark wants to go. There's other options. Intamin offers another water coaster, so I could see them adding something like that as well. So I think they just are biding their time, because some of these mock Power Splash coasters are not the most reliable. I'm going to give you a list of all the rides that I think Hersheypark could possibly get rid of in the years to come. I'm also going to tell you why I think they could get rid of these attractions. And I'm going to first start off with Lightning Racer. Now Lightning Racer sits on a massive plot of land. There were rumors swirling around a few years ago about GCI putting the Titan track on Lightning Racer. This coaster has been running pretty rough the last couple of years, and honestly it's just starting to show its age. We are talking about a wooden coaster that's over 25 years old and is starting to cost Hersheypark a lot of money. Keep in mind, when a park has a wooden coaster, they basically have to have numerous carpenters that work for them. And although wooden coasters are fairly inexpensive in comparison to steel coasters, as far as build cost, the maintenance over the years really adds up. Now I still think that Lightning Racer has a few more years left, but I just wanted to mention the fact that this is a massive area of land. If Hersheypark really wanted to expand the water park, they could do so here, as well as add other attractions. Make sure to comment below if you have any thoughts on this. I always love to hear what everybody thinks. I've said in previous videos that I thought Trailblazer would be the next coaster Hersheypark gets rid of. However, there really isn't much value in them getting rid of Trailblazer, given the fact that this plot of land isn't very big, and they would have to make a coaster with pretty much the same layout. And since Trailblazer's layout's already pretty boring, I don't see them doing that. I'll probably get some hate on this one, but I do want to point out that Stormrunner is one of only 3 hydraulic launch coasters left in the United States. So it's worth pointing out, there really isn't anything that could possibly replace this ride, given the fact that it's such a unique layout and pretty much was built right on top of every other ride in that area. But do I think that Storm Runner is going to be around in 10 years? Probably not. Now, remember I said Hersheypark is one of those parks that likes to copy other parks? We saw Great Adventure and numerous other parks get rid of their sky rides. And obviously Hersheypark did the same, getting rid of Skyview. We've been seeing a lot of parks getting rid of their old Schwarzkopf coasters. Now I highly doubt that Hersheypark is going to get rid of Super Duper Looper anytime real soon. But it's worth mentioning at least, because they do seem to copy these other parks. Although a lot of parks copy each other, Hersheypark does it different. When they add an attraction or they get rid of an attraction, they're always looking and watching other parks to see what they're doing. For instance, when they go and get a new attraction, they wait a few years and see if these attractions are successful at other parks. They're not willing to commit the high dollar price tag of an attraction if it's not going to be reliable. In other words, Hersheypark's not willing to take chances. In all my years of going to Hersheypark, I've really only seen them build 2 coasters where they really took a risk, Sky Rush being one of them. To this day, Sky Rush is the only one of its kind here in the United States. There is another one overseas, Flying Aces, located at Ferrari World, but it was built after Sky Rush. This was a prototype model, and I think it really paid off. The same cannot be said for the next attraction, Roller Soaker. And although this coaster was fun just because you could dump water on people, it was a pretty boring coaster. Hersheypark took a chance and they went with a coaster manufacturer by the name of Set Point. This coaster only lasted 10 years. The maintenance on it was insane. So the #1 coaster, and probably the next coaster on the chopping block, would be the Wild Mouse. This coaster is long overdue to be removed. In fact, a few years back, I believe Hersheypark wanted to sell this thing. It's very rough, it has horrible capacity, and although it doesn't take up much space, I think it would be a great idea to get rid of this and maybe add some kind of indoor dark ride to take its place. Now I don't know which coaster or which attraction Hersheypark will next give the axe to, but I do gotta say, Tidal Force and Wild Mouse are 2 attractions that I could honestly see Hersheypark getting rid of in the very near future, within the next year or so. I want to know what everybody else thinks. Please be sure to comment below. If you haven't already done so, please hit that subscribe button. I always do appreciate everyone's comments, and I try and get back to people as well. If you love Hersheypark, this is probably one of the better channels out there keeping you up to date on all your Hersheypark info. But we also travel a lot and get to a lot of different parks. Thanks so much for watching. Hope everyone has a great day.